Took on the Akron Zips this past weekend. Had an impressive showing, 150-7. Give me some of your thoughts. This was a game that we knew that we needed to look. We need to really reel ourselves back in, focus after a tough loss. How do you think they did in pursuing that goal?
I love it, but I want better. I'm that greedy. It was one of them conservative ass whippings, just it was one of them. It's one of them. The boys locked in, man. The boys locked in. Like, any other previous OC, we've been in a bar fight with them, but man, they did a good job making sure Robbie is comfortable. Ran them good, man. Robbie not even running as a passer as well, man. The corner, that corner route to Gage, that was a beautiful ball. That was a beautiful ball, man. I think we need to use Gage a little bit more. I can't say his last name, but I think it's like Lavendorian or something like that. Lavendorian. He's a transfer out of the Miami, Ohio school. We need to use him more as well. Mazio Bennett. He is getting. I saw even though I don't really respect On 3 that much, but Mazio is getting national attention as well as be one of the top freshmen in the country right now. Mazio is shining. I love it. Hopefully Lenore's is straight. Hopefully Rocket Sanders is straight. Rocket Sanders went down with an ankle injury. And he's a key part. He's a key part of this offense, and I just want to make sure that Rocket is straight. I like Oscar. Oscar went good as well. Juju McDowell, he got some touches in as well. Overall, man, it went exactly how I wanted it to go. We blew Akron out, got them out the paint, able to get the third string, fourth strings, younger guys, some burn in, and we have a gauntlet. We have a gauntlet in a few weeks, man. We got the bye week. The bye week came at a great time because the Ole Miss Rebels will be in town in 2 weeks, man. And a certain guy we will not mention is making his return back to Willie B. So how you feel about that, bro? What do you think we're going to do to stop him?
Oh, man. I need to watch a little bit more tape about Ole Miss before I can really give a real answer about that. And we got a week in between.
They played they played four. So far, the first 4 games was basically just JV teams. I think it was like Wake Forest, Georgia Southern, schools I can't remember. Schools they're just blowing out. So I mean, this is their first test here. You know what I'm saying? I think they play. So they play this weekend and next weekend, if I'm not mistaken. So hey, man.
So I mean, if I like I said, I don't really have any real insight on how I feel like we need to attack Ole Miss because truly, I've looked at the schedule. I haven't watched them. I don't really know what I have to go back and look and see what I can take from some of these games. All I'll say is to focus on us. The offensive line is going to have to be better. And that unit still, to me, through the first 4 games, has not quite figured it out yet. Like I've seen the receivers start to show signs of life. I've seen the defense continuously play at a high level since the season has started. The quarterback play has gotten better as well. Both of our quarterbacks, I think Robbie and Lenores have both gotten better throughout the season as we've gone along so far in this process. But the offensive line, to me, still gives me the most worry. Still, too many lapses in protections. Feels like it's like I'm tired of looking at the same mental errors. And then, like I said, this is just us being nitpicky because we do want to see this team take the next step. I thought Akron was a good step in the right direction in terms of keeping your focus. What type of program are you running? Are y'all dwelling on the past, or are you looking towards the future and how you can improve? You're gonna run, like you said, with this gauntlet coming up. I don't think this offensive line is good enough right now to go through that gauntlet and come out on the other side clean. That's just my honest opinion on the matter. If we're gonna take that next step, we need to consistently be able to provide a clean pocket for our quarterbacks. It's too many times I'm watching Robbie and even Lenoris take shots or have guys in their face while they're trying to deliver the ball, not being able to fully follow through. Lenoris threw an interception against LSU because of that same thing. So again, if that until that unit takes that next step forward and they're able to be consistent, I don't see us going that far. Not as far as I think we can go. I think if I had to be honest, we're in that mid tier of the SEC. We're not. I don't think we're in the bottom tier. I think we're in that mid tier right now. And how far can you fight up to start cracking the ceiling and break through? I don't think you can do that if you don't win that other side of the trenches. So I mean, you talked about it. You. I mean, hell, it's your nickname on Twitter, but everybody know you for it. The trenches. We all know that in the SEC, winning the battle of the trenches is how you win conference championships. It's how you win national championships. It's how you compete at a national level week in, week out. That unit right now is not ready for that battle yet. Now, not when we go up against the better defensive unit.
I can see why you say that, man, because like you said, I ain't really only saw Ole Miss on the offensive side, and they're just gonna air it out. You know what I'm saying? It's basically gonna be similar to LSU, just about. You know what I'm saying? Jackson Dart is gonna air it out on us, and they're gonna test our DBs. Um, hmm. Yeah, you're right though. O line is still our concern. It's just really the offense as a whole. Because I saw a tweet that we are ranked 87th nationally for offense. Defense, we're the top 20. You know what I'm saying? And then we are number 7 for team sacks as well. So defense side, the defense, they can keep us in it, but it's just really on the offense they have to find themselves. They have to find themselves fast because just skating by, you know what I'm saying, like that. Maybe we saw a little bit of that against LSU, you know what I'm saying, running heavy, you know what I'm saying, can air it out a little bit too as well. We're going to need more of that. We're going to need a lot of that. This here where Dow Loggins and Shane Beamer makes a name for themselves. If they can get if they can leave out of October 2-1, I think that's a success to me. 1-2.
A 2-1 October would mean you've done something amazing. Like you've done something massive, meaning you won a game that you're not expected to win. And you probably won a game that's supposed to be mainly a swing game. So, and we know how this goes. We know how our schedule is. Like our schedule is tough, but everybody's around the same place. Like the SEC is only about 3 to 14 deep right now, currently. There's Alabama, there's Georgia, there's Texas, and I gotta lump in them boys from around the way in Knoxville. They kind of playing up to that type of standard right now to this point. Those are the 4 teams right now that deserve the highest praise. I mean, Ole Miss, not sure. You haven't played anybody yet. Missouri, you definitely don't deserve to be where y'all at. Y'all have embarrassed me enough. Those teams haven't really proven it yet. But right now, I look at those 4 and say, all right, it's about 4 deep. And it's about 6. If nationally, people would say there's about 6 of them. I'm of the belief that that if we're gonna get to that point, we're gonna have to win one of those games against one of those top 6. So Bama's on the schedule. You got a chance to go do that. You got Ole Miss. You got Oklahoma. Those are, I mean, they're not in that mix, but still they're a team that I think we are neck and neck with right now. Offensively, the passing game's got to grow. The running game has to be more consistent when you play better opponents in order for you to be able to win these games. Because if you go back, we can just thumb back through the games that we've won this far. We can go back through those games, in totality. Like, think about Kentucky. There were plenty of moments in that Kentucky game where that game definitely could have got away from you if you weren't careful, if you didn't have great plays being made by your defense. Same to be said about ODU. Same to be said about LSU as well. Like, LSU is probably a porous defensive unit. But even still, you still turn the ball over. You still allowed them to be able to get pressure when it wasn't opportune for you to have that happen. So again, passing of this offense is going to have to become more prominent if we want to be serious and beating some of these good teams.
Yeah. The Lord's going to have to throw. You got to throw the ball a lot, especially on Ole Miss. I don't know how they pass defense rank up, man. haven't really heard of like just that lockdown corner coming out of Ole Miss. So, but I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I didn't really watch the defensive side of the ball. So we're just gonna see, man. I expect younger guys like Mazio, take that leap. It's your chance, man. It's your chance, bro. Make that leap. Joshua Simons, tight ends. I think this is really a good time to utilize the tight ends more. Man, I don't know how you feel about how Nick Harbor is doing right now, man. Just being as a wide receiver. But I don't know, man. I think we're making the right move, just letting him come in and do dink and duck plays every now and again, screen passes and stuff. But I just think this stretch here, we can't bring Nick out there. We don't got time for, what I'm saying, minor errors and everything like that just yet, unless it's like a jet sweep or something like that. But we just gotta get going. We gotta get going. Just gotta get going offensively, honestly. This is really the next. If we could just get going offensively, like basically like if we had like, I know Lenore's and Rattler, two different quarterbacks, but if Lenore's can just, air it out just a little bit more. Like I would love for him to have like a 250-yard passing game or, close to damn 300 passing, I think that just really will set us apart and help us compete against Ole Miss, Alabama, and Oklahoma. Because I'm not just going to completely rule us out, because I always know that South Carolina is one of those teams that you can't always count them out. And if you count them out, we will beat you, So I have a good feeling, honestly. Only one I'm really nervous about is Bama, really. That's just me. Alabama is just, even with Saban or without Saban, they're going to compete regardless. There's a standard there in Tuscaloosa. So, and I'll be there as well, So, really just the word, just going to have to compete. Like, we're just going to have to compete that whole October from start to finish. See how we can handle things, See how Beam can get that signature win, you know what I'm saying? That signature win as a coach. Because he had that 2022 with Clemson and, with Tennessee and Clemson back to back. You know what I'm saying? October, he needs to have that signature win in October. Try to get us go as above and beyond overachieving. Because like D said, Beam is known for overachieving. You know what I'm saying? He's going to compete. He's going to have us competing. He's up for the challenge as well. So hopefully Norris bounce back, putting on this ankle, how bad his ankle is. We can bounce back, man. Old boy even said that the only reason he went to Ole Miss is because was Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart know how to throw the SEC, wide receiver and stuff like that. He threw a shot at our boy. So hopefully, I think Lenore is gonna take it personal. Man. I want Lenore to take it personal. That's just me. I can expect Lenore's this bold prediction. I think Lenore's may throw for about 250, close to 300 yards on Ole Miss.
That's real bold. That's real bold. I mean, that's going to be the type of performances we have to have from him in order to be able to be successful down the stretch of the season. Exactly. But like I said, we got a whole lot of time to get to the Ole Miss game. Like I said, I'm gonna do some digging. I'm gonna do some watching of some games as well over the weekend, and I'm gonna figure out what this Ole Miss team is about, and we're gonna trust and believe next week we will have a full breakdown for y'all in terms of what we feel are going to be the keys in order for us to win that game.